I have been waiting forever to film this video. Hi, it's Ashley from Sweet Dreams Bake Shop and welcome back to my channel where I make a lot of cake and cookie decorating tutorials as well as give a lot of baking business tips. And it has been a hot minute since I've actually sat down with you guys and spoken to the camera. And the reason is because I got this! Yay! The YouTube play button finally arrived. It's my very first play button. I hope there are more to come. Let's open this up. Okay, got my scissors here. I want to save this box. My husband's also watching in the back. This is a very momentous occasion. And I was super happy because my husband was actually home to receive the package. Usually none of us are home during the workday, so it was safe and sound. Ooh, has a little foam cover here. Congratulations on your subscriber milestone. We're honored to take part in recognizing your achievement and want your experience to be exceptional. This award was inspected and packaged with great care by Rick. Well, thank you, Rick, for packaging this so nicely. And they give you a nice little letter as well. There it is!
Look at that.
So cool. It's so shiny. You can probably see my reflection in that. This is so cool, guys. I can't believe I'm actually holding this in my hands. This is amazing. Let's take it out of this plastic. Wow. This is incredible. It comes with a nice little patch on the back so that your walls don't get damaged. But this is so cool. And I'm so thrilled. And if you guys watch my channel, you know we don't really talk too much about emotions and we don't get into that. So if you're not into that and you just wanted to watch the unboxing, I completely understand. You can click off now. But I am going to be talking a little bit about my journey to this and why this means so much to me. So I've already said multiple times why I started my channel, how I started my channel, all of that businessy kind of stuff. But something I haven't really talked about is how I got really actually into baking and why this YouTube channel means so much to me. You probably know that I started my YouTube channel in 2020. I needed a reason to get out of bed. And I really just wanted to be able to continue on my baking journey that I started before I had my second child. I ran my home baking business. I was working at another bakery. So I was kind of at a place where I wasn't really doing anything specific with my baking. I was actually working on just chilling out and just relaxing. And so that is the way that my channel started. But as we've continued on and as the channel has seen as much success that I never ever thought it would see, my channel has become more and more important to me. So although it started off as something super casual, I never thought that I would make something of this. It started to become more and more important. So let's go all the way back to the beginning. And I'm sure you guys have all seen the short where I talk about I was banned from baking. It is a little bit of a joke, but also not. It is true. I was not really allowed to use the kitchen that frequently, but a large part of that is one, my mom really loved a clean kitchen, which, you know, I respect. I love a clean kitchen too. But it was also, we were so busy doing other things as kids. I was in math tutoring. As I got older, I was the one doing the math tutoring. I was in figure skating competitively for 14 years. I was also a classical pianist beginning in the age of 3. And there was just so many responsibilities on my plate. And number one was always academics. So, you know, it's a very traditional kind of cultural place that I was in where I would be expected to get really good grades. And I'm not going to say that that was all bad. I really did learn what discipline was throughout my whole entire childhood because it was expected that I would achieve X, Y, or Z. But growing up, I watched a lot of cooking and baking shows, and clearly that was where my passion was, alongside of teaching, because like I mentioned, I was in figure skating, I was in math tutoring, I was in piano. So as I got older and I continued on and I actually gained enough technical skill, I started teaching those things as well. I had the wonderful opportunity of being able to help coach Special Olympics figure skating, which was just fantastic. And I think having those types of opportunities really made me see that teaching is also one of my greatest loves. So as I continued on in my life, I graduated from high school. It was immediately expected that I would be going to university. There was literally no other option other than to go to university. And I think I was like just so immature at the time. I was still in a very like rebellious teenager stage where I felt like that's not really what I want to do. I want to open a bakery. I'd rather sell baked goods. But the way that I had grown up, I had been told my whole life that that's not an option. And also that's not going to make you money. And I had no idea, about either of those things. So I assumed, yes, in order to have a successful career, you need to go to university. So I really didn't argue or protest that much. And like I mentioned, I really did have a passion for teaching. So I just thought, okay, off I go to university. And that's when I started opening up my home baking business. I tried to do, both things at once. But in typical fashion, as it was in my lifetime, my parents seemed to be proven right. I really wasn't making a ton of money from my baking business. However, once I actually did graduate from university and I became a teacher at the age of 23, well, there you go. You get your steady paycheck, and that's kind of how I saw it. And I was like, great, obviously my mom and dad steered me in the right direction because I'm in a very stable position. I'm financially in a good place, especially at the age of 23 and in my early 20s. But I always had this feeling of, what if I had just pursued my dream? When you're a kid, you have so many dreams. Some people want to be celebrities. Some people want to be singers. And there are these dreams as we go throughout childhood that, I don't know, the world kind of dashes. Sometimes it's our parents that are giving us a reality check. And this is not to say that, everybody that wants to be an astronaut or everybody that wants to be a celebrity is necessarily going to reach that level of success. But I think that it is very common for us to say that. And as a teacher now, I am very clear, with my students, with my own kids, dream big. And I really don't mean that as just in a cliche way. I mean, you can make it happen, because I feel like I've kind of done that for myself. I mean, I know that my channel is still very small in comparison to other channels, but this feeling that I've been able to make something successful that, nobody really supported me on. And it wasn't that they were unsupportive. My family were the first to line up to purchase sugar cookies, cupcakes. They would always tell me how beautiful my cakes looked. And so in that regard, there was a lot of support. But in terms of like, let's do this as a career, and this is what I actually want, and I actually want to go to culinary school instead of going to university, none of those dreams were realized. And, I think my parents were right that I personally need that type of stability, and I love teaching. Like, teaching is where my soul is as well, which is why I am a teaching channel. And so I think that this is still so special to me, because I took something that just wasn't really supported, not unsupported, but not super supported. And I was always told by everybody, you're never going to make money from this. You're never going to reach, a level of success. And I feel like now I am on the path to do so. It's incredible to me, the opportunities that this channel has already afforded me. I am not an emotional person, and I definitely don't show my emotions that much. But when I found out that I hit 100,000 subscribers, it was like, I did tear up. And that is like a lot of emotion already as it is for myself. And the whole reason why Sweet Dreams Bake Shop is called Sweet Dreams Bake Shop is because this is a dream of mine, and I am making it come true. And it's a promise to myself, to make my goals and my dreams realized. And I always thought that what I wanted was to open up my own bakery. But in reality, I just want to share the love of baking with everybody. And so when I was 18 thinking, I just want to open up my own bakery, I don't want to go to university. I was young, so that's the way that I thought. I am so happy that I went to university, that I got my teaching degree, that I can be with my students who are incredible, as well as do the YouTube thing. So you might say that I'm having my cake and eating it too. Yes, very excited about this. I was really wondering what the quality of my merch would be like because of course it's through Spreadshop, and I'm impressed. I am super excited about it, and my merch shelf has finally kicked in. So you can finally see all of the top items in there. There's an adjustable apron. Mine's a little dirty right now, so I'll show you guys in another video, but if you want to support the channel further, and if you just want to show off that you're a part of the Sweetie fam, go ahead and grab your merch. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you can be part of the Sweetie fam. Right now, I'm uploading weekly, so make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. Also, be sure to comment, request, or ask a question. I love hearing from you guys. Thank you so much. Bye.